réfléchir avec les bons.
Non, j'ai pas la...
Le glisse de guitare à la fin, le glisse de guitare. On dirait que ça brouille le... Mais pas d'acteur avec ça, par contre.
Moi, personnellement, ça me pose pas de problème.
Ok. Je crois que ça brouillait le timing.
Il y a la sixième mesure qui n'est pas précise. Souvent d'accélère de E. E. Encore I. 1, 2, la dernière fois de I. 2, 3, 4. Satoko Fujii. Ça va-tu pour ça? It's only fine-tuning. It's only fine-tuning. We're just rehearsing.
You guys already sounded great, so I don't have anything to do.
No?
Well, because it already sounds great. Yeah.
Can for you, water? Doesn't matter. Rehearse water. No? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Too good?
Yeah.
So we can go?
Take. I think that's okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So we start at 12 now, and it's 10 minutes. Yeah, so you can have rest. Yeah. Hello everybody. So let's see. Actually, I was out when you were rehearsing, and you guys sounded so great. And now I'm in trouble. I mean, I don't know what I can do anymore with you guys already sounded great. But let me talk about something about my chats, and also I would like to. Well, there is some question. How old are you at first?
19, 18, and 21.
Pretty young. So you have plenty of time to develop your music and your life. And well, when I was 18 or 19, I even didn't play jazz. I was classical student. But anyway, well, that was a long time ago. But time flies. So just one advice is from old lady. Just concentrate the thing that you would like to do. And well, life is kind of short, so if you keep doing that, you will get there. Otherwise, you will never get there. So try to get something. And well, not to be so serious. But anyway, and let's see. So you already rehearsed these pieces, right? Okay, Philip actually got my charts, is it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And I don't know how he found my music.
Your music,
But anyway, and these 3 pieces that we picked for today, Pakonya, water, and metal. Let's start with Pakonya, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the music. When you play as a player in large ensemble, you usually get your part, not chart, not score. So you have to read the parts, and you have to hear other players' music, notes, what they are playing. And since jazz is the music we all make, because you are a player as well as you are a composer, you have to make music when you play. So you actually have to play something not written between music lines. So well, you're very serious. But because I studied in the college in America, and American college is very different. Not polite. But anyway, I'm glad I'm here. And so there are several things that I would like to talk about this piece, Pakonya. You have music in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote this piece based on the idea called hemiola. You know hemiola? Or probably my pronunciation is not good. Himeola. Something like that. Well, that it's like 3, 4, I'm talking about major. 3, 4, and 4, 4 goes together. It's kind of like West African stuff. So that's why I wrote it in 12/8. If you count like da 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 da, this is 4 beat. Da 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 da. And that's like just like triplet, 4 triplets. And if you count like instead of 4, you can divide 3 1 bar. I hope you do understand what I mean. Yeah. Okay. And that's like instead of dotted quarter note, if you count like whole note as 1 beat, that's like 3, 4 in 1 bar. So da 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 da. Sorry, I'm very bad with singing. But this is one way to count, and another way is da 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 da. So there is 2 ways to feel the beat. And actually, in West Africa, people dance. Sometimes, they dance with their hands in 4, and their, step in 3. So, different things at the same time. And I think that's based on jazz swing beat. As you know, African rhythm came to America long time ago, and they, I think, went to Central America, then finally came to America. And at that time, I think they wrote this kind of stuff. And that's probably, I'm not, scholar, so I don't know exactly, but I think that's based on swing beat. So it's kind of primitive stuff. And I made the basic idea of this piece is based on that idea. So pretty much I would like to hear both things going on together, especially from drums. And also home players, most phrases are based on 3, like da 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 da. Right? Yeah. And but bass da 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 da. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like just like dancing. And that's one idea. And I also would like to talk about it a little bit more. Many music, I mean, I would say more all, but many commercial music, especially like the music that you hear from radio or TV or whatever, like top 40 stuff, it's like repeat twice or 4 times. I mean, like even, not odd. But I try to do like repeat 3 times or 5 times sometimes. In that way, well, I don't have any reason to do that. I just find it's more interesting because it's, well, why not? Yeah, so, and I do that in purpose. That's like something that you don't expect. So it's kind of tricky, I know. But it's like, it's not mistake, it's in purpose. So I would like you to know that. And let's see. In letter E section, I will have time change. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do use this kind of stuff very often. And this gives the music, more, various landscape. So if, as I told you, when you play music, not just read music, listen to other people, what they are doing, and create the music. And you can put your original voice. Probably it's different from classical music, because in classical music, most of the time, composer is just like dictator. I mean, they just, manipulate everything. But in jazz, because, improvisation is a spontaneous thing, is very important, I believe, in jazz. Otherwise, we don't need to play jazz. So you create music, not just composer. So when you see something not normal, like repeating 3 times or like time change, I think that's very important for jazz player to understand or to create what you can do. I mean, because it's not normal, it's not usual thing that you can expect. So you have to do something, you have to put something special in music. And 2 more things, actually. In F section, letter F, this is like free solo section. Solo. I mean, you play by yourself. So it's like, your thing. You can do whatever. And music, I mean, improvisation sometimes like, well, I'm sure you don't need to hear this, but I just would like to tell something. I think in this world, well, it's kind of big story, but now, people hate each other, a lot of war going on, and I think, if people improvise, everybody improvise in this world, improvising the music, I think we can be very peaceful. That's because we hear each other. And sometimes, when we improvise without any written music, you have to listen very carefully what the other people are playing. Then sometimes you can ignore and do something, ignore what they are saying, and to make the music more interesting, you can say something else. But anyway, you have to hear each other. That's a rule. So I think that's the rule of music. You can do whatever you want. You will not kill anybody. You will not hurt anyone with music. So you are totally free. You can do anything. But only one thing that you have to do is listen carefully what you are doing and what other people are doing. And if you listen, I think you can do whatever you want. That's your decision. And trust yourself. Because it's sometimes difficult to trust. And I think especially if you don't like yourself, not just musically, if you cannot accept yourself, it's very difficult to say something loudly or with confidence. And that's actually effect with music. So I think very first thing of being a musician is trust yourself and have confidence and accept yourself. And so, are you okay? no, I hate myself. But anyway, so asexual is, just like that. Trust yourself, say your words, and, never mind about other people. Sometimes you feel like, probably some people don't like what I'm doing. Never mind. I would say, if you do something, probably 50% of people, other people say good thing about that, and the rest of them say, bad thing. So anyway, you cannot say good thing 100% all the time. If you get something, everybody said yes, 100%. That means no interest, I think. So never mind other people. Just do whatever you want. And I think I don't need to tell this thing. But anyway. And one more thing about this piece. Let's see. In letter G section, again, this is, repeating 3 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. It's kind of difficult. Because, we get used to playing 4 bars and repeating twice or 4 times. So it's like, you have to think, this is not 4, this is 5 bars. And also I used first time mezzo piano, second time mezzo forte, and third time, the last time, forte. And music is the art that is created with note and silence. And without silence, I think we cannot make music. And we create music on the canvas, which is called time. Time is like, the thing that we use just like on white canvas. And we put note and silence to make music. And also when you play note, there are many choices. Even with if you play concert A, you can play very quietly, very loudly, and with many different articulations, staccato or tenuto or slap, whatever. So there are many different things you can do, even with one note. So I wanted to use dynamics and articulation in this section. So I would like to get that contrast as much as you can. I mean, express very piano to very loud, and so it's kind of interesting way to exaggerate. I mean, like overstatement. So sometimes, if you go to theater, actor and actress are far away. You cannot see them quite closely. In that case, if they don't do something overacting, you cannot get it. Well, same thing, I mean, with music. Sometimes you have to say, very loud or very quiet, and to make the things happen. So that's the thing I wanted to have in this section. And also I use baritone technique with this one. So especially with baritone, I think you have to listen each other carefully, because you are not the only one to make the line. You play with everybody to make one line. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. And let's see. Actually, I performed here last night with my small group, and the drummer in my small group actually played in my big band in Tokyo, and he's here. So probably he can join. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can try very beginning to C2 section, which alto start background behind baritone solo. Yeah. Akira Horikoshi. So up to then he will play. Then what's his name?
The drummer?
Yeah.
Didier?
Yeah, from C to probably
Oh.
Yeah,
it's
just
changed.
switch.
It's based
Yeah.
on music.
So maybe we can just rehearse from very beginning. And well, if you have any question or comment, let me know right now. Yeah?
Why Pakonya?
Hmm?
Why Pakonya? To me, it's the name.
I don't know. But actually, he named the piece. And yeah, you don't remember. Well, that's my program. We have to name the piece, but I don't name where I compose. I'm not like, getting imagination from words or that kind of stuff. I just make music, and we have to name it afterwards. And he's actually very good to name the piece. And Pakonya doesn't mean anything. But I don't know why.
I don't know.
But it sounds like Pakonya. question? Any question? Okay. Yeah? So they start soloing. Yeah. Then they start bumping and drums join. Okay. Zero. Yeah, very good. So, well, actually, I wanted you to play.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I have to play him. Well, so that's the idea. I mean, probably, well, because I was out when you were rehearsing, and you sounded great. And but rhythm is a little different than I expected. You sounded like very cool stuff, actually. Good. Yeah. Very strong rock beat. And which I really like. Actually, I thought, that's much cool. Yeah, so, but I just wanted to let you know, my basic idea I wrote, for this piece. But you can, of course, even work out. I mean, that's my idea. Play whatever you want. And I mean, I'm kind of one of the composer. I can take anything. And so I actually enjoy what we do. So now I would like to hear your text. So yeah, so maybe. Let's see. Maybe because I would try to hear the groove. Can we try from letter B? Just like theme?
The first time?
Yes. And I think Akira actually played quite different from you did. And now I would like to hear what you did. And I would like to hear, what's the difference? I mean, because that's, different. Same music, same rhythm, but quite different. So just, try it that way. Okay, so, okay, you come on.
Je vais le partir une fois, puis on le va après. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, oh, but it's good. I like it. Yeah, I really like it. And well, as I said, there are so many ways to play, and you can take whatever you want. And also, well, let's see, you can play the things that is not written. And for example, the second bar and the fourth bar in B section, only bass and drums play some notes, but you just play, you sustain the notes. You can grow there, if, to put some energy. So it's like, this is like basic thing, but you can put whatever you want. Can we try that one?
Yeah.
So feel free. I mean, you will not hurt anyone. So do the thing. I mean, push yourself and push the envelope. So let's try from letter B again.
On fait deux bords puis on part.
Without that reason, we have no reason to play music. So, well, we cannot make big money with doing this. So, we have to have fun. And if we, ourselves have fun, you can make listener, audience, have fun. And it's kind of difficult. If you go too far away, probably you cannot come back. So, it's difficult to put yourself, free, but you know where you are. But if you get lost, that's fine. Well, so what? That's not big thing. So don't worry about that. So this is pretty much everything I would like to talk about this music. And I'm sure we don't need to rehearse up to the end. because I had everything, whole thing downstairs, and you guys sounded great. So we can play later today.
Yeah.
So can we go on the next piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
So now we do water. Okay, so this is a boring part. I would like to talk a little bit about this music. So this, I use many different methods, as you see. And if you count it, it's kind of difficult. I mean, you have to count all the time. But if you hear the melody and if you get it, it's much easier. Because if you just get that sense, you don't need to count. That's it. And but with that way, I think you have to play several times. And at D section, same thing. Time change, tempo change, which I use very often to get some color and different things. And I would like to talk last thing. Letter F, G, and H. This, I think probably you have the original recording. You did? Okay. Well, because for original recording, I use, because we were in studio, recording studio, we put some reverb on it. And I did it because I wanted to have some, like, echoing. And 3 different things going on at the same time. It's more like 3 layer, different layer. One thing is by trombone, starts F section, then G section, which is by alt sax and trumpet. This is different from F section, but F section is going on at the same time. So F, G, H is happening F, then without stopping F, G start for a while, they play together, then H section. So, different layer and different thing happen. That's just like your life. Your life is not so simple. Probably at the same time you will experience happy thing and unhappy thing. And sometimes both things going on together. And music is just like that. And you cannot, you can, but you can draw the picture with many different colors. So music would be like that. And G section, H section, very last section, is for trumpets, 2 trumpets, which is actually, I wrote this piece to feature 2 trumpet players. And 2 trumpet player plays H section to end the piece. It's pretty much like echoing. So that's the idea. And let's see. Any question? Actually, I ended up the original idea for whole album. I made this piece for one CD, and one CD has I don't remember how many pieces he made, 7 or 8 or something like that. And I started getting the idea Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, and Sunday. And in Japanese, I don't know in English or in French or probably same idea. Monday means food. Is it true?
Yeah, it's the same.
Same? Okay. And Tuesday is like fire. It's not. I mean, the word has some meaning.
Well, it's in French it's mardi and it means Mars, like the planet Mars. So I guess fire, maybe something with fire.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh. And Wednesday is water. Same?
No.
Okay.
Curious.
Huh?
The elephant Mercurius, which is
Oh, okay. But also element.
yeah.
Yeah, all about elements. So I actually get the idea about elements. So water, fire, and metal, those pieces, I named it because of material, material. So, but I don't know why water with this one. But I think, because this doesn't sound like fire. So, sorry. I think my imagination is not so good. Any other question? Well, if you have some questions, let me know. Okay. I don't know which should play this one. Or you rehearse this one, right?
Yeah.
How many times?
100.
What you said?
I said 100.
What, just one?
100.
100! Oh, I'm sorry! So you got bored? 100 times?
No, it's a joke.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. But I'm sure you probably so cool. But you do like Butch Murray stuff. Yeah, like production. Yeah. Wow. That didn't sound like my piece. I mean, in a good way. Yeah. It's totally different. And I think that's very important thing. I mean, if everybody sounds like, if everybody sounds same, we have no reason to exist. We should sound different. And I'm very surprised. I was surprised because it doesn't sound like my piece, as I said. And that's I like. And I think, jazz should be like that. If everybody sounds the same, you cannot put any CDs. Because, already there are many CDs. So no reason to make another one. But anyway, well, thank you. It's a big surprise. And, yeah. Metal is the next one. Only two things I'd like to talk about this music. The first thing is, again, there are two different things going on together, just like layer. And one thing is, where I'm talking about letter B, which tenor takes solo, actually bass, drums, and tenor. Then horns play unison line, totally different, two different words. I mean, tenor sax takes solo, and that's not in same tempo with the unison line. So two different things going on together. And the unison line, when I say unison, well, that means, how I can say, I mean, if only one note going on, we don't need everybody play that one. But because you play with different articulation, maybe slightly different pitch, and I think that makes, that put color. If you, and it gives more power. So I know many big band home players are very sensitive about pitch. But don't worry too much about that. If well, because I know some people, very sensitive, and when they have tuning, they take too much time just tune up. Too carefully. But when you play, you use different ambition. So you just need to listen yourself. Use your ear. And, well, because I'm a piano player, I cannot, tune the piano. I'm very lucky one. That's why I just say this kind of stuff. But I know there are many home players think too much about pitch and ended up having bad pitch. If you don't care too much about that, if you just listen yourself and other people carefully, know where to make bad pitch. So don't worry about that. And next thing is, well, I don't know, you do this kind of stuff. in C section, there is numbers. And C section is solo section. And with number, this is like background stuff with number. And the conductor makes a cue at randomly. So it's more like conductor improvise with solo player. So this is actually very interesting part. So yeah, I do use this kind of stuff very often, and I found players actually enjoy this thing very much. And actually, I myself have big fun doing that. So let's try whole piece method. Well, actually, I have a question because I changed this piece once, and I'm not sure which version you got. And who takes solo in A section?
I think that nobody has a solo, but just you.
We don't have section. We just have a piece without any rehearsal marks. So.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm very bad with computer. Okay, so can I hear number one? Sax and drums? Yeah. Just number one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it can be any tempo. Just, okay, number 2. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. This is by trombones, bass, and drums, right? Yes. I will count off 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
long and fast. I didn't get it either. I just didn't understand how you could do it, you know?
No. Okay, so let's start at, so in A section, let's make the now. So usually, you just play with Q. Who would like to take solo? Okay, go ahead. So A section, bass, drums start very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah. When I say very fast, that doesn't mean playing together. I just would like to have fast feeling. So play as fast as you can.
You want a beat or you only play with that?
Well, beat. And same thing with bass. And you guys don't need to be together. Just you know. Yeah, well, because people sometimes, well, I mean, you don't need to think about the things too carefully. Because there is a story, actually. I studied with Paul Blais in the school, and I think Paul is from Montreal, right? And I was having trouble with playing right hand and left hand rhythm on keyboard, piano. My left hand is not so good. I mean, right hand, I use right hand. So, right hand can play faster and faster. But left hand is kind of, very slow. And I wanted to have that kind of technique. So I asked Paul while I studied with him. I have been practicing with metronome. Maybe like, okay, today 190, tomorrow 192, something like that. And Paul said, he's very smart man, and he said, think about Onet Colma and Don Cherry. They play unison. But actually, Don Cherry doesn't play with Onet Colma exactly the same. Don Cherry plays something behind. For us, it sounds like unison. But if we listen very carefully, look at everything closer, they're not like unison music. I mean, not like Masai. And where I play very fast thing with both hands, I can do the same thing. Probably Onet Colma and Don Cherry. Well, just behind. And people don't notice. Well, it's like, for example, if you see some picture, I mean, like, paint, if it's like photograph, it's probably that it's not so interesting. Even like, surrealism, like that. Well, it's pretty much like, realistic, very much like photograph, but it's not. If you see everything very carefully, it's not real. But we people understand the things with our sense, which is different from machine. So if you can control that thing, you can control audience. You guys can play differently, different rhythm, different tempo, but quite fast. No one notices. You are together when you are not together. So that's like magic. Yeah, and same thing with musical thing. So let's try from the beginning.
On fait un 3-4, mais on prend un peu.
different forms exist together. That's the idea. Yeah. And you probably will be tired.
Oh.
But try to keep. I mean, you don't need to play so long. Probably quieter might be easier. And if you use less energy, you can keep longer. Okay. Yeah. And
for all the songs, I play, for all the tunes, I play with the horn.
no. I mean,
I blow all night.
you just blow.
How long?
Yeah. Well, see. Huh? Up to C. Yeah. And solo player is you. And they are like, company. And you don't need to play fast. I mean, you are with them, but sometimes you can play low notes or sometimes so whatever. Yeah. And because I think if you guys play fast all the time, yeah, so you will be tired. So, well, you guys are young, so maybe 10 years later, you need some technique. Okay. Okay, from very beginning.
What? Yeah.
Even, this is background. So you and back. Yeah. So can I hear from yourself again? Yeah, yeah.
Oui, peut-être être journaliste, je sais pas.
The chart on the mark for trumpet, this is concert pitch or?
Well, actually, with this piece, you probably will find what you have been doing to study for a long time. Yeah, well, this is something that probably you didn't try before.
Okay, let's try just number one. Number one is the trumpet section only. You can sing this melody, but I don't need exactly this melody. Like this. And this piece is a very quiet piece, and so please stick the off string hand by hand. And horns only mouthpiece. Yeah, only mouthpiece. Everybody. Only mouthpiece. So, number one is only trumpet section. Now, just number one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try the number 2, rhythm section. Basically, the please play by rhythm. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, and everybody. Everybody. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Like that.
That's us. That's us, the number 3. Pa-da-da-da. That's us, we play this?
Yeah.
That's our line?
Yeah.
Okay, all.
Whole tune, you play.
Okay.
You play the only mouthpiece. And then when drums start to first time is not so fast. And then somebody takes solo. Yeah, you choose. I choose. So, and then maybe number 3. And then second time is a little fast. So that's it. And ending is maybe 3 to 1. There it is. Let's try. And very big.
It might seem a little odd, but if you point us to improvise, do we put the mouthpiece on the instrument or only improvise?
Only mouthpiece.
Only mouth.
Yeah.
Just to make sure.
At the very beginning, with you can do singing, like African people. And you can use the hand or anything. And you can dance. Yeah. Then number 1, number 2, number 3. Oh, no. Number 1, number 2, and repeat, and singing again. Number 1, number 2. Then number 3. Okay, let's try from beginning.
much longer. Well, I think we are having like performance time after this thing. So probably we will have short break and we're having these 4 pieces performing afterward. So it could be longer, much longer, right? And well, you look very happy. And if you have some question or comments or whatever. Nothing? Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was wondering, how do you see jazz for years to come in the future? Because it seems like there are many branches of how it might turn out. Lots of composers nowadays, they compose with different. Different meters, complicated, 7/8, 12, some unusual meters we don't usually find, and others, like where the branch you seem to be in, is more based on improvising. So where do you think, where are we going with this?
You mean?
How do you see jazz in the future?
Well, let me know about it. Well, I don't know.
Well,
I mean, yeah, actually, I think jazz is the music that can be anything, and jazz is the music that we cannot put in museum. Jazz is growing, and jazz is everything. So, and we have freedom with jazz. So we never know how it will be. And I think, everybody has different idea, I think. And sometimes, people can fight each other with just talking about it. It's kind of ridiculous. So, I mean, but my idea is jazz is a music which has 100% freedom, and it can be anything. And most important thing with jazz is its mentality. I mean, jazz started with putting many different things together, and now I think still jazz is growing. Some people say jazz is dead now, but I don't think so. And how do you think?
How do I think?
Yeah.
Well, I think if jazz were dead, we wouldn't be here today playing with you. Thank God. But I think charts, as you said, won't be as used as they are now. We usually use them to play music they wrote decades ago. So, and Philippe was telling us at one rehearsal that I think he already played in a band where he heard about the conductor had brought charts with only pictures on them. And I found interesting that statement because it comes realize that liberty, that freedom you have to play, to only play whatever talks to you on a sheet of paper.
Yeah. Well, I do have pretty much similar idea, same idea. Yeah, and so it's actually, since jazz is very free, that means we have to be very, what can I say? Because freedom has responsibility. So we have freedom, but we do have responsibility at the same time. But as I said, you cannot kill people with music, so don't worry about anything. Well, just play what you want. And I think, you don't need to worry about what is jazz. You just play what you want. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Anything? Anything to talk about? Okay, so maybe we can have like 10 minutes break or 10 or 15 minutes break, and we can have like performance. Is it okay? Okay. so much. Thank you so much, Philippe. This is very exciting. Well, I don't believe this is my piece. Well, thank you guys. And actually, just time's run up. So please take some music that Nancy brought today, and probably Philippe can make that thing even more interesting, I think. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming out, and thank you for playing. Great stuff.
Thank you.